Hey guys, it's me. I finally got my life back together. Thank God, I finally got my shit together. And as it stands, there's currently only 2 weeks left of school! Which means I just need to lock in, get good grades, and fucking graduate, which is exactly what I'm planning to do. And that way, or 2 weeks left of this semester of school. You guys know how it goes. And then, next semester is going to be really light. In terms of Geometry Dash, you guys already know I got big things planned for that. I got a lot of fun levels planned. It's going to be a lot of fun. But I'm here to talk about another breakup between me and another company. And obviously, I'm not going to make a video like this right after the other one or consecutively after the other one. You know what I mean? To with the fucking crying thumbnail and shit, or like have the same animatics as the intro for that one, because you guys already know what the fuck I'm trying to do. But really what it comes down to is as it stands right now. Oh my god, hold on. Oh my god, you can see the reflection of my tab. That's nasty, man. That's fucking disgusting, bro. Hold on, there you go. You can see my Firefox now. That's fucking disgusting. Good thing I got a good eye for the shit. Any case, reason why I'm making this video is because as of right now, I personally think it's time for me to break up with Pokemon Go. And a lot of you guys already know how much I love Holy shit, why is my phone blowing up now? What? Sorry, everyone's blowing me up. But anyways, I am now thinking of, like, for the foreseeable future, breaking up with Pokemon Go. And a lot of people may have already seen this coming based on the videos. You may not have seen this coming, or maybe seen it coming based on the fact I don't really talk about it that much. But really what it comes down to is the game feeds into this FOMO mentality I have, and it's reached a breaking point and I'm fucking done. So to explain why I'm breaking up with it, we have to take it back to when I was first playing. So I first played June last year, and I remember it was like a Zapdos raid hour, and I went to a park, got myself a shiny Zapdos. I didn't realize it was shiny, I just thought it was a normal one. And that was it for me, like it was whatever. And after that I started slowly getting more and more into it. And initially my partner and I didn't really know much about it, but eventually would get both of ourselves 100% IV Pokemon, which are like the best statted Pokemon in the game, which are the ones you're supposed to invest into, all that. And we started getting really into it until we got to a point where we started playing a lot with the community, a local community in our area, and we started, really getting into like the community, like in our area with the game. So we'd get invited and join these communities, and we'd get ourselves invested into these communities, and we'd book off days from work for it, and we'd adjust our whole lives for this. We loved it so much. Then I'd say around October of that year, my partner would start getting a lot better stuff than me. And at first I wasn't upset because obviously luck is luck, but eventually every single time we'd go out, I'd feel terrible because the entire game is built off of how much luck you get and how much good stuff you get. And since I don't get as much good shit as my partner does, obviously she isn't like showing off because she wants to just keep it respectful for me. But I inherently start feeling like shit because I can't keep up with my partner. And I'm like, well, here we have my partner who's absurdly more lucky than me, and I barely get any luck whatsoever. I feel terrible every time I go out because it feels like now, and this goes on for like a year, because like at this point now, it's like I get something good, it doesn't even matter. My partner is gonna get something equally as good in 3 days without even trying. It's like earlier on in this game, or earlier on this year, even in the summer, I would spend mornings waking up early at 5 a.m. grinding on this game, or not even 5 a.m., like maybe a bit later, but I'd wake up early and grind for this game. On the bus to work, I'd be grinding until I get the shiny Pokemon she got in 10 minutes of the event starting. You know what I mean? Like, it made me feel like absolute shit. Not just because of her, but also then I would go online and I'd see all these people who have infinitely more time than me also people who dedicate their entire lives to this game, posting about all the cool stuff they got and how much money they spent on the game, because obviously you have to spend money to get some good shit. And to me, it was just like I feel like shit, because I'm putting in just as much effort as these other people. Not obviously the people investing money, but the casual player, I'm putting in a lot of effort, but I'm surrounded by a bunch of people who try hard, take the game so fucking seriously, will shame people. And I began to realize that even the content creators in the space, they may appear like really chill people, but then you watch them off stream and you find out more about them personally. They're all freaking weirdos. And they're all like pretty mean people from what I heard. I'm not going to obviously say names, but a lot of these people are extremely mean when they pose themselves as really nice people. And when I heard about the fakeness from the content creators and just how vapid this game is, I just started slowly like tapping out of the game. And I can't lie as well, I'd get really upset. Like I at first I'd actually be really upset with my partner, because I'd be like, I was just so mad. I wouldn't do anything to her. I wouldn't like yell at her. I would just be upset. And eventually that upsetness became something I just got used to. And eventually, obviously, I just stopped being mad at her. But I can't lie, it really put a rift in our relationship, because it's like I'm upset because supposedly one of us is a lot more lucky than the other, and it could even be like we both choose to take week-long breaks. She gets back in, she immediately gets the luck she had initially back. And the big point as to why I'm probably going to stop playing for good is because 2 weekends ago, there was an event called the Pokemon Go Wild Area, which is supposed to be like one of the biggest events, and to me personally, it's like the best event of the year. You have a bunch of high IV, even hundo Pokemon walking around in the wild that you can just catch like casually. There's always exclusive Gigantamax Pokemon and exclusive raid bosses, and this time it was one of my favorites, or would have been my favorite, Shiny Shadow Darkrai, which you could have gotten on the Sunday. And I know obviously I could have maybe remoted and spent $30, $40 remoting, but personally I wasn't trying to spend money on that. I wasn't trying to spend money on something like that when I was also in school and working. But the main reason why I couldn't play was because I had a capstone filming going on. And when I realized that, I did everything in my power to make sure that I can't, you know what I mean? I did everything in my power to make sure that I could get the day off, but the one group that could have allowed me to have that day off, they left me on red, so I was pretty much left to miss out on Wild Area this year, which I was okay with initially, or I wasn't okay with, but I learned to be okay with it. But now that 2 weeks have gone by, I've realized that I'm actually not as okay with it as I thought. It actually makes me feel like hot garbage, knowing that every single time I hop on that Discord, they have a shiny background Gigantamax Pokemon I love. They have a shiny Shadow Pokemon that was literally one of my favorites. It's just like now casually just getting thrown in flex chats when I would have cherished the thing. And that's obviously not to disrespect them. They got it fair and square. But respectfully, I just didn't get a chance to get what I wanted. And, anyone can say in this game, anyone that wants to rope me back in can say, oh, you can just trade for it. What? Something that I cherish the most? Like, I ask for a shiny, if I ask for a shiny background Gigantamax Grimmsnarl, right? Which is one of my favorites. It's gorgeous, has a background. I could have got it myself if I played Wild Area. I'm pretty much losing one of my 5 most important Pokemon with shiny backgrounds and that are legendary. I'm pretty much losing that. And they'll say, oh, that's a fair trade. And it is a fair trade. But at the same time, it's not fair because I didn't have a chance to play. I don't have a chance to get this stuff anymore without losing what I already have. So it's either you have the time to just play whenever the fuck you want and get everything you want, disregard all your responsibilities, or you focus on your responsibilities, but you can't engage with the community and you can't always get what you want. Which is stupid, because why should I play a game that I can't get what I want through hard work? And I think that's the final point, is that everything so far in my life, whether it be, obviously my skin ain't looking that good, but my skin care, my entire fucking life, Geometry Dash, YouTube, again, my entire life was built because of hard work and just me alone. All of this is me. I built this. And the one thing I couldn't build myself up for because I was constantly not lucky enough was Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go is entirely a luck-based game, and that's the exact same reason why I'm quitting, because I just can't get what I want. You know what I mean? If there was a way, and plus there are items that they're introducing to get you what you want. Like, if there was a way for me to trade a normal shiny Grimmsnarl and then get the background on it and then get the freaking high IV shiny by paying money, I do that so that way I can get what I want. But genuinely, I can't get what I want. And it's rooted in the fact that these players are willing to spend money and gamble to get it. I can't afford to gamble. It was a drainer of my money. You know what I mean? There's no item I can buy to turn a Pokemon shiny in the game. There's no item I can buy to put a background on it. There are items to increase the IVs of a Pokemon, but that item only comes around once every year, once every 2 years. So it's either I'm waiting once, like every 2 years or 3 years, if they ever had an item to give me a background, to get one Pokemon I wanted in one event that I could get. Also, that shiny Shadow Darkrai, can't even get it because you can't even trade shadows. So literally one of my favorite Pokemon that I could have ever wanted ever is just not available for me anymore. It's just not available. Someone wants a shiny background Toxtricity. Oh, that's just not available anymore. You know what I mean? That's just not available. It's like, it's so backwards to me. It doesn't allow someone who just hopped into the game now. Like, if someone were to hop into the game right now, they can't get what they want. You know, in a year's time of what they're playing, they might not even get what they want. 2, 3, 4, 5 years of playing, they probably will never get what they want. There's people on those subreddits saying, oh, I never got a shiny 100%. Oh, you know, I got one in a week of playing. It's like so unfair. What's the point of me playing this fucking game if I can't work hard and get what I want? At every game, I want to put skill in and get a reward out. With Geometry Dash, I'm finally achieving my childhood dreams by beating insane demons and extreme demons, and now I'm going for even crazier levels, which you guys are going to have to look out for when I'm done school and shit. You know what I mean? Like, with fucking Black Ops, like, I fucking sucked ass when I was first playing, and I still suck ass sometimes, but now, like, for like 50% of my games, or a little bit more than 50% of my games, I'm pulling off fucking 30 bombs with the Spaz 12 and Commando. You know what I mean? In multiplayer. You know, I fucking love Nuketown. But honestly, it's like, everything I've done and all the games I like are games that I can devote time, skill, and effort into, and it pays off. Pokemon Go is the one game that I can devote time, skill, and effort into, and it doesn't pay off. Every lucky trade, not a hundo. You know what I mean? Every raid, not a hundo. One time, literally when I was in Vancouver, I was doing 29 raids just to prove a point to my partner, and I did, because I got 0 shinies with the Pokemon. She got it on her second in the bathroom. Like, everything I want to try and get, I for some reason just can't manage to do it. And it boils, like, my entire, like I'm just so mad. I don't know what to say. It just gets me so upset. And in all honesty, like, I don't want to pursue a game which just is going to make me more upset. I keep going back thinking this time it's going to be different, but every time it's not going to be different. And I'm going to even do this right now. I'm not going to pull it up on my screen, but every time I try to join back into this community or game, look, one of my, I mean, you can't look, but one of my Discord servers, I've literally turned off all the chats because I'm tired of seeing people showing off their wild area Pokemon. Like, let's go to this local group. We got here, let's see. If we go back to the wild area event, and everyone tells me, oh, don't look back, don't look, it's just you. The whole game is about showing off what you got. If I don't got nothing, what's the point? Shiny Shadow Darkrai, there it is. Shiny Shadow Cresselia, and then we got the Shiny Shadow background Grimmsnarl. Look at that. Absolutely dog shit. Absolute fucking dog shit. Like, obviously that's just a sweat, but then you have the Shundo Darkrai that someone, like, you know, fucking, like, I just can't. Like, it gets me so fucking upset. Like, I can't be able to do that now because I just wasn't available for the event. Fucking boo-hoo. I'll never be able to play it again. Like, what the fuck kind of backwards fucking game is this? Why should I play a game that only incentivizes people that can whale out? Okay, why should I incentivize a game that only allows people to whale out in the game, or people who have no life? What's the point of me playing a game that does not incentivize working hard and having fun? I want to have fun. I want to work hard. I can't work hard and have fun with this game. I really can't. And it's fucking terrible. It sucks. Honestly. And I don't know what else to say, but like, it's just so frustrating. I don't think I'll ever return to the game. I think I'm pretty much done. It's not fun for me. It's not worth it. And I'd rather honestly invest my money into trips, which will actually have something to do fun. You know, like personally, I would like to go to not Six Flags, what's it called, Cedar Point. I'd love to go to Cedar Point at some point, and I might substitute my Go Wild Area event day for that instead to go to Cedar Point. I might honestly, this is my idea. For right now, how it stands, I might honestly still go to all three of the big main events and just play for those big three main events, not associate with anybody in the game. And then after that, I'm pretty much done. Like, I don't want to touch this game again. Like, I'm fucking done. I want to experience everything this game has to offer. And I've already experienced the normal daily gameplay. I don't fucking like it. I don't enjoy it. It's not fun. I like the events where, you know, it's not like you pay amount of money and then you can get a hundo. You find a hundo in the wild, anyone can catch it, you know? You go out for a community day, anyone can get the shiny if they just play hard enough. You know what I mean? Anyone can really pull it off. With raiding, like I was avoiding the word, but the raiding feature is one where you pay for tickets, and the tickets give you a chance of getting a hundo or a shiny or a shundo or a background shundo, like, you know, all the fucking variants. But it's basically a paid lottery ticket. And like at first I was okay with it because I was pretty average, but then when I started seeing people progressing farther, and I just noticed how much people reward luck instead of actual skill. Like, I remember I was watching one YouTuber, and this is no disrespect because obviously, you know, but like fucking this YouTuber's giving out this pin. They're giving out pins to players who get shundos, and it's the shundo pin. You know, where's my shundo pin? Sorry, Brandon Tan, but I'm just using this as an example. It's just like I said I wasn't going to say YouTuber. Here it is. Sorry, Brandon Tan. Again, I'm just using this as an example. It's just like, what about the player who wanted the pin that didn't get the shundo? You know what I mean? Like, there's a kid in that group that was trying just as hard as the other kid, or maybe even more, but he will never get the pin because he's not getting the shundos. Like, it's completely luck based. He'll have to probably live his life knowing he won't get the pin, which is the same thing with me. I'll live my life knowing I don't think I'm a normally lucky person. I'm not a lucky person. I'm a very average person. But the only difference is I'm willing to work my fucking butt off to make sure I get what I want. And to be honest, this doesn't incentivize the way I work and the way I like playing games, you know? In any case, I'll end this by saying, if you're ever going to catch me playing a game, it's only from here on out going to be a game that incentivizes hard work and skill. One where I can put in a lot of effort and play. You know, something like COD, something like fucking Geometry Dash, something like fucking Marvel Rivals if I ever get back into that, you know? And of course I love my single player games, but those games are my favorite games. Not games where you spin a die and you get wins. I always spin the worst fucking like combination. I always do. I'd rather grind to the top and get what I want instead of fucking wishing on a shooting star. Okay? Anyways, this shit upsets me so much. I was gonna pray, but fuck me. Like, comment, subscribe on that nonsense. Remember, videos every 3 days. I love y'all. Peace out.